What is good, everyone? Welcome to the channel, and today I am going to brave the heat to bring you my usual type of video, because the MO of the channel is really to walk around and let you see Japan, like life uncut, happening behind me, rather than just sitting in a room and talking to a camera. So yeah, I'm out here in the 33 degrees, so to bring you a normal episode. Well, today what I want to talk about is aesthetics or styles or status symbols that exist in Japan that may be surprising to Americans or maybe people from other Western countries. The most obvious example to that would be Japan's love of cute. Japan famously loves cute characters. Cute is a part of personal style here. Even construction sites will include cute characters warning you to watch your step or that there's construction up ahead. It's actually one of the reverse culture shocks that I get when I return to the States and witness the complete lack of cute in just general society. It's always pretty striking. But this is a really obvious example that a lot of people already know. So today I want to cover 4 less obvious, more obscure status symbols and styles that the Japanese appreciate that may be surprising to you. Let's get into it. Alright, before I get into the topic, I want to teach you one little Japanese summer tradition, and that is you take your friend, you blindfold them, you give them a big stick, and you give them vague directions to where the watermelon is over on the ground. They have to try to find it and whack it with the stick and split it open. So what I would like you to do right now is please close your eyes and try to hit the like and subscribe button without looking at them. I'll give you a few moments to give it a try. If you're unable to pull off this feat, go ahead and open your eyes and hit the like and subscribe anyways. Thank you. All right, the first more obscure or less well-known style or aesthetic or status symbol that might be surprising to anyone watching this video is the dream car of the Japanese. If you ask an American what their dream car is, you'll get answers like, especially from guys, you'll get answers like some kind of sports car or a luxury sedan or maybe some giant SUV or truck. What you probably won't hear is, I would like a van, or I would like a minivan. In Japan, that's absolutely a choice. And I didn't really know this until a few years ago, but I was talking to an 18-year-old who was working part-time at my father-in-law's business, and I asked him, well, what is your dream car? And he said, oh, I want a Toyota Velfire, which is a van. It's basically what they call in Japan a one-box car. Since then, I've asked a few more guys, and I've gotten not always a van answer, but quite often. So a van or minivan is a dream car in Japan. In America, they've always been kind of seen as unmanly, so obviously not the case here. The second thing, so that was mostly for the guys. The second thing is for the ladies. And if you are Asian or Indian, you probably know this one already. But in Japan, there is a status, or at least a desire, to keep your skin white, or so-called bihaku. Now, in other Asian countries, if you're darker skinned, that can actually lead to discrimination and lifestyle issues like that. In Japan, you're not really going to have problems with discrimination, but there's still plenty of people here, ladies especially, who want to keep their skin white. And so there's a variety of products available to help you do so. Women here will wear these sort of ninja glove sleeves to cover their forearms in the summertime so that they don't get sun. You'll see the occasional lady wearing this ridiculous looking Darth Vader visor that covers their entire face to keep the sun off. And of course, probably the most common is the women and even some men who walk around with an umbrella or parasol in the sunshine so that they keep the sun off of them. What is more disturbing to me of this trend is in the drugstores, there are a variety of products that help you whiten your skin or prevent skin darkening, and those involve chemicals and I'm not sure what else. I can't imagine that it's very healthy for your skin or your general body composition. That seems to be kind of a dark side of the whole Byaku thing. And of course, there's nothing wrong with having a tan. In America, we have this expression, healthy tan, or having a healthy tan, and with that comes the image of bronze, fit people who have their beach body and they're active and they're outside exercising, and that's seen as a good thing. But in Japan, the idea of a healthy tan is pretty much non-existent. And I get it, you know, UV rays are not actually very healthy for you. They lead to premature aging and of course can increase the risk of skin cancer. But there still is this idea that bronze, tan, darker skin is very beautiful. The third thing, speaking of parasols and umbrellas, is Japan's use of umbrellas. In America, of course Americans use umbrellas, but it tends to be only if a harder rain is broken out or there's thunderstorms in the forecast. But you'll find a lot more people in America just have a hooded sweatshirt or a hooded jacket, or just hunch up in their shirt and deal with the drizzle or light rains that happen. Not so in Japan. At the slightest hint of a mist, the Japanese umbrellas are popping open. And I don't know what it is. I think Americans just can't be bothered with umbrellas. Myself personally, I hate carrying one around. I usually have other things to carry, and that's just an added thing that is inconvenient, and it gets in the way. And on these smaller Japanese streets where there's not a lot of room for pedestrians, you just run into other people's umbrellas. So I personally don't care for using them. Rain suits are decidedly unfashionable here. You're only going to have a rain suit if you're like a farmer or a fisherman or something. So umbrellas are the main way to get around. I was talking to a British coworker who said that actually umbrellas are seen as unmanly in the UK, which was a little bit surprising to me because when I think of the British gentleman, it's the bowler hat and the umbrella on the arm, maybe with some white gloves. But yeah, obviously we can see how far stereotypes get us. And of course, I am speaking in generalities. There are Japanese people who don't use umbrellas. There are Japanese who don't care about white skin. In fact, in the Shonan area of Kanagawa Prefecture where I live, it's, you know, beach people country, and there's people with bronze tan skin all over the place, and I'm sure they're quite proud of their bodies. So again, I'm just speaking in generalities. It's not everyone subscribes to these things. The last one I want to talk about is an attitude that I found quite surprising when I first encountered it. And it was when a Japanese woman once told me that she would feel special when she spent more money on something. And that just blew my mind. I think I speak for most Americans when I say that Americans are always looking for a deal. We'd love to have expensive items, but we want to get it for 80% off or lightly used so we get a big discount. We certainly don't feel special for having paid more for something. Now, I think this is very much a Japanese regional thing because take Osaka, for example. That is traditionally the area of the merchants and the merchant class. And so Osaka people are all about getting deals and saving money and getting discounts and good prices on things. I think this idea of feeling special for paying more is more of a Kanto or Tokyo area thing. And there's a bit of a historical reason for this. Like I said, Osaka is the merchant class area. And so the attitude is different. But in Tokyo, or what is Edo in samurai days, that was home to the samurai warrior class families, and they had a certain status or a lifestyle to uphold. And the samurai traditionally were disdainful of money. They didn't want to think about money. They had to show that it was unimportant. Yet, of course, they needed the money to maintain this particular lifestyle. I read this particularly interesting book called Mitsue's Story, which is basically diary entries of this samurai from the late Edo period. And I was really surprised to see how much of that story was him talking about sourcing funds or getting funds to be able to either get something or be able to basically maintain his lifestyle as an important, or at least semi-important samurai. And so I think this attitude of not wanting to worry about money and maintaining a certain status is something that still exists in Japanese society today. Now, of course, there's plenty of people in Tokyo and Kanto area who are very good with money. They save money, they are very frugal and live within their means. But that does not preclude this feeling of when you buy something extra special, expensive, you feel special for having it. So I think that even if you live within your means, you can still have that attitude of when you buy something really expensive, it feels extra special because of that. So I don't really subscribe to that myself, but I get it. And it's interesting because I do feel there is a tie to Japanese history in that feeling. Alright, if you have made it this far in the video and you still have not hit the like button, help get my content out to a larger YouTube audience, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I want to thank you very, very much for watching this video. I release a new one every single Friday, so look for my future content. But again, thanks for watching this one. Peace.